Western Australia's RSPCA has received more than 16,000 calls from concerned members of the public this year. The charity's mission, of course, is to prevent cruelty to animals, but not all of the concerned calls were quite as they seem. To talk more on this, I'm joined by Inspector Manager Kylie Green from the RSPCA WA. Good afternoon to you, Kylie.
Good afternoon.
Kylie, the RSPCA has compiled a list of its wackiest call-outs. I absolutely love this because I'm sure it provides a little bit of humour to your day at times. What did you make of this list overall, first up?
Oh, look, we received so many reports. Even though these reports are wacky as they are, sometimes it is a relief to go to those jobs and they're not serious.
All right, I want to take you through a couple of examples just to let people know at home what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
In one instance, a passerby who called in about a distressed dog trapped down a stormwater drain in Rockingham. It turned out to be a very vocal, barking frog.
Absolutely. Look, this isn't the first time we've had these types of reports, especially sort of in that winter time where it is actually wet in the drains and whatnot. We get the frogs down there, and with the tunnels down there and the echoing, they actually do sound like puppies or dogs. But actually once we investigate, they are actually frogs down there and not dogs.
Now, a couple who called in after hearing a puppy crying from inside a charity donation bin, which would be a genuine fright. The inspector broke in using an angle grinder only to discover the captive was a squeaking, cuddly toy.
Yes, absolute panic from the inspector. She gave me a call on her way there, was already freaking out. How am I going to get in? What's going to happen? We talked it through. She took an angle grinder with her because we knew we had to sort of get into that charity bin. The member of the public that called it in was also there. So she attended, she got in, sort of rummaged through as you would, and then you found the puppy toy.
Which is a huge relief, as you mentioned there. Now, this next one,
absolutely.
I shouldn't laugh about this next one, but I feel like we can all sort of relate to it. An urgent call for a dog found deceased on a driveway. When the inspector arrived, the dog got right up and started walking around. He was simply having a nap in the sunshine.
Yeah. And look, this is one of those rural properties where the driveway was quite long, and it was a rural dog that was sort of, having a bit of a sunbake on the driveway. Passerby thought that it was deceased. It wasn't sort of, aware of what was going on around it. And then obviously once we arrived, there was no dog in the driveway and quite a happy little puppy.
Look, there's no denying you certainly have to deal with some absolutely awful cases. So something like this, these type of calls must bring not only a bit of comic relief, but relief in general.
Oh, I would much prefer to go and attend one of these jobs than actually attending a job of cruelty. So these ones are actually really quite good for the soul to attend these ones.
Look, it is a busy time of year, lots of gift giving, etc. Do you find that the coming months become quite busy, a busy time for you traditionally?
Summer months, yes. We do get a lot of dogs in hot cars, so those are obviously concerns, and, water and shelter is more of a concern through the summer months than it is the winter. But look, overall, we're busy all the way through the year. We've over 16,000 calls that we do receive, and in attendance, we do attend to at least 6,000 or over 6,000. So our inspectors are pretty busy throughout all year through.
I suppose I'm just wondering, do you have any advice for those thinking of giving a pet this Christmas? We know that can often be something really lovely, but it doesn't always quite go to plan.
No, and obviously if you're going to get a pet, you want to make that decision with the family and the commitments that it's going to be a full-time commitment for quite a lengthy period, depending on the animal. That decision needs to be made, with the responsible thinking of what those situations or what those dogs, animals, cats needs throughout that lifetime.
Yeah, they're like our fur children, that's for sure. I know ours
yes,
in our
they
household
are.
certainly is. Kylie, before I let you go, do you have a message to those watching at home? It's been a long, tough year. I imagine that everyone right across the RSPCA has been working tirelessly and like the rest of us, you know, needs a little bit of a reprieve. How is everyone coping? How's it all been for everyone over there?
Oh, look, I think we're in the same situation as everyone else in WA. We've just sort of gone back to masks at the moment with some COVID cases, so we're definitely all feeling it. As for the animals, look, it's great to go home at the end of the day and have our animals there, bit of a cuddle and attention. You know, it's good for us to have that. So, and I just want to say thank you to everyone that actually has put a report through in the past year. The community is our eyes and ears. So, you know, that's really important that people ring that 1300 number. And if they suspect cruelty going on, give us a call and we'll attend.